The final 30 seconds before you close the bathroom door can shape the next 10 years of your dog's attachment patterns. In that tiny window, most dog owners accidentally turn an ordinary bathroom trip into a daily rehearsal for separation anxiety. You stand up, and you hear nails click across the floor behind you. You think you are teaching independence by ignoring your dog, but your dog does not understand privacy. Your dog understands patterns, access, and safety. You see doorway scanning when your dog parks at the threshold and watches exits. You read it as clingy, but it is low-cost security that keeps options open. You notice micro-following when your dog trails you room to room without demanding touch. You think you are being shadowed, but your dog is collecting data about what happens next. You also see pre-departure cue sensitivity when you stand, grab your phone, or touch a knob. You think you are doing nothing, but your dog is doing prediction. A board-certified veterinary behaviorist will tell you dogs are cue-driven animals that thrive on predictable routines. If every time you touched the doorknob, something important happened, would you stop watching your hands? So the first layer is predictability, not neediness. The golden rule of reducing bathroom following is to stop accidentally rewarding the wrong emotional state. By the time you reach the bathroom, your dog has already run a tiny experiment and gotten results. By the time you close the door, your dog has learned what your footsteps mean. You see contact seeking at the hinge moment when your dog presses in as the door starts to move. You think you are just squeezing past, but your dog learns that proximity can prevent separation. You see attention check loops when your dog looks up, backs off, then returns again. You think your dog is being stubborn, but you are watching a reinforcement history play out in real time. To fix this problem, you must get honest about what you pay for. You pet, talk, or negotiate at the doorway, and you reward arousal and crowding. You are accidentally running a loyalty program where the bathroom is the checkout counter. You can hack this system by paying earlier and paying calmer. You pre-queue a station outside the bathroom, like a mat or bed, before you even stand up. You reinforce stillness and quiet breathing, not following. You keep your body language boring, because big departures create big predictions. Trainers who focus on timing will tell you the behavior right before the reward is the behavior you strengthen. If your dog gets attention only when they crowd the door, what behavior will they repeat tomorrow? You're not rewarding the bathroom. You're rewarding the follow. This is the concept that changes everything. Your dog may be using you as a safety signal. You think you are being kind by letting your dog in, but your dog does not understand togetherness the way you do. The dog doesn't crave bathrooms. It craves regulated nervous systems. You see pacing when blocked when your dog walks back and forth outside the door. You think your dog is being dramatic, but pacing can be displacement behavior that shows stress leaking out. You see vigilance posture when ears go forward and weight shifts toward the door. You think your dog is listening for you, but your dog is hyper-monitoring whether separation is starting. Now you assess intensity without panic, because you need data, not guilt. You track duration, and you ask whether your dog settles within a minute or escalates. You track recovery, and you ask whether your dog returns to baseline quickly when you exit. You track generalization, and you ask whether it happens only at the bathroom or at any closed door. To fix alarm, you must teach separations that stay under threshold. You build micro-separations while you are still home, and you step behind a door for 1 second. You return before distress, because you are training safety, not endurance. You pair the door with a predictable, long-lasting enrichment item placed before you leave. You use a consistent return routine that rewards calm, not frantic greeting. Applied animal behavior experts consistently point to gradual desensitization as the backbone of separation-related behavior change. If the door closing always predicts uncertainty, why would your dog ever relax when it happens? Now you can tell the difference between attachment and alarm. You can hack this system by changing the environment and the cues, not by arguing with the dog. The golden rule of bathroom independence is this: your dog must practice calm distance more often than it practices shadowing you. You see resource guarding of access when your dog wedges at the doorway to control who passes. You think you are seeing dominance, but you are seeing access management under uncertainty. You see shadowing after you return when your dog sticks closer for several minutes. You think the problem is over, but your dog is doing a rebound safety check after separation. To fix this problem, you must make calm distance easy to rehearse. You set up a station outside the bathroom with a mat, water, and a safe chew. You add a baby gate or a partially closed door at first, because a softer barrier feels less like a sudden disappearance. You run 3 reps per day. You cue the station, you deliver the chew, you close the door for 10 to 30 seconds, and you reopen while your dog is calm. You gradually increase duration only if your dog stays under threshold. If your dog breaks station, you reduce difficulty and you do not scold. You think you are correcting, but your dog does not understand the lesson you want. Behavior professionals who use management tools will tell you thresholds decide whether learning happens or panic happens. If you only practice separation when you are rushed, what emotional state is your dog rehearsing? You just replaced uncertainty with a script your dog can predict. Now you need to know when to get help, and how to keep progress consistent. You watch for red flags, because some bathroom following is not a habit. You see destructive scratching at doors, self-injury risk, heavy drooling, or prolonged vocalizing. You see panic that generalizes to other separations, not just the bathroom. You see sudden onset in an adult dog, and you consider medical or environmental changes. You talk to your veterinarian to rule out pain or medical drivers. You consult a credentialed behavior professional if you need a separation plan that matches your dog's intensity. Veterinary behavior experts emphasize medical rule-outs and structured support when distress is severe. You maintain your independence routine with a predictable station, calm returns, and gradual duration increases. If your dog could choose between guessing and knowing, which nervous system would you rather live in? You are not trying to stop your dog from loving you. You are teaching your dog that closed doors are safe and temporary. If this changed the way you view bathroom trips, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. We don't do generic advice here. We translate dog behavior science into routines you can actually run on a normal day. Let me know in the comments, which of the 9 signals sounds most like your dog, and what's your biggest struggle with closed doors. Until next time, keep it calm and keep it consistent.